We know that our PXM platform provides vital privileged access management services to you, and we know that you'd be worried that the loss of some hardware or network connections would deny you access to that system, which is the system you use to get to all your other systems. Therefore, you want to know about high availability and fault tolerance. There are three aspects of this, and I'll just go through them now. There is operation in partition, so that's where you've got two data centers, for example, or two networks, and you lose the link between two networks, and you want to be able to operate in both the partitions. Then there's availability. If a piece of hardware fails, you would like to be able to use something else to get access to your systems. And then there's consistency. And that means that if you have multiple PXM platforms around your network, the configuration database, the credentials and the secrets are consistent across all of those. And we have inbuilt into the PXM platform three different levels of fault tolerance and availability, and I'll go through them here. Firstly, we have mesh. Now, mesh gives you the ability to operate in a partition, and it gives you consistency. And the way it works is that you have a receptor PXM platform that accepts the configuration database backups from all your other PXM platforms. Now, the reason it doesn't give you full availability is that you have to take a manual operation to bring it online. So you say, this receptor is now going to take the role of that PXM platform. The next level is hardware clustering. So we support VMware's HA clustering. So that means that you take a PXM platform of the virtual machines that they get distributed across two individual pieces of hardware. This gives you availability and consistency, but it doesn't give you the ability to operate in partition. And that's because with VMware, the machines that make up the cluster have to be physically close and have very, very high-speed network connections between them. And then the next level, or if you like, the highest level of protection that we give you is PXM clustering. And the way that we do this is by having multiple nodes that we distribute the configuration database between. And then these multiple nodes vote amongst themselves to see what services they can deliver. So if there are sufficient votes, it will give you SSO, user tasking, and enterprise class password management. If there are not sufficient votes, so for example, you've got your two data centers, you've got your nodes in different data centers, the data centers have got split, what would happen is if there's not enough votes, the SSO continues, the user tasking continues, but the credential management is suspended, because if we let it run, you get inconsistency between the two nodes. And then when you solve the problem, when the network connection comes back up or when the nodes come back up, there's sufficient votes, everything carries on. Now, you could get a situation that is reasonably catastrophic, like you've had a flood or you've had a fire or a network connection's going to be down for a long time. And in that case, what you can do is you can add more nodes to the cluster, you can promote nodes in the cluster, and you can tell the cluster that some nodes are never going to come back, and therefore you have sufficient votes to get all your operations done. So, as always, if you'd like to know more, you can go to our website to find out about these things, but as always, you can get in touch. Thank you.